Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going through my AFL Fantasy team reveal for round 14, going through all the players choices that I've made in terms of the trades and sort of the reasoning behind it, and also one sort of trade that's still sort of arming and ahhing, I guess, and the reason why I've sort of gone the way that I have. So before we jump into this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into this video. So, as you can see here, Nick Daicos, we got the news that he was fine. I'm not going to captain him just because I don't want to captain him, and I don't really have many VC options, given a lot of our boys that are VC options aren't really available. So if you could go, I could go Gordon, I could go Grundy, so I might go Gordon actually now thinking about it. And as you see, the Grundy is there. There was also a thought of, do I go with the likes of a Grundy or a Cherry for that ruck spot, because I am dumping Moyle on his bye. So there was that thought as well. Which one do I go for? And I think I'm going to go for Grundy at the moment, but there is a thought of going both. There is a thought of also going Cherry, which could be an option. Do I want to go Grundy or do I want to go Cherry? Grundy has the really good matchup this week and then next week, and then, does have Freo in round 16, but then he has St Kilda and North Melbourne. He has a pretty good ruck run for the rest of the year. The only problem with him is that there is a potential for him just to not play because the Swans are so far ahead that they rest him. So there is that potential. And there. So basically going through the trades here, you'll see the trades here, and you're probably wondering, why is Steele on the way out? And that is purely because of the way he's been performing the last couple of weeks. I don't necessarily like it. And I want to get ahead on my round 15 guys. Because basically I can't trade the likes of Clayton Oliver to anyone. Because there's just not enough cash. It would be like a Jai Simpkin or a 780k guy that I'd be able to trade him to. I believe it's not. There's pretty much no one in that range that you can trade to. And I don't really want to trade into Jai Simpkin just at the moment here. Let's just look at the stats about this. Let's just go to Coach's Choice. Ins are Dowling, Schoenmaker, Kruger, Goulden, Jai Simpkin, 9.9k trade-in. He's currently at 6%. Jordan Clark, Luke Ryan, Dane Zorko, Caleb Sarong. So all these guys are sort of coming in. Do we have any Ruckman coming in or anything? Doesn't look like we necessarily. Tristan Cherry. Is there anything for Brodie Grundy at 650? So I may go actually Tristan Cherry now, just to, because Brodie Grundy is 32% owned. What is Tristan Cherry ownership? Let's just see. He is 28% owned. So it's sort of an even spread across the Ruckman. And Grundy does have that matchup. Matchups. Tristan Cherry has Collingwood, Melbourne, Western Bulldogs, who only have English at the moment. Well, English and also Sam Darcy will be back by then. Gold Coast Suns, Sydney. So it'll be interesting to see who does better out of those guys. But you did have that horrific game that Tristan Cherry had. But other than that, he's really been all right. He's had a couple of 80s, whereas Brodie Grundy's had one bad score, another sort of iffy score, and then a couple of 80s, and the rest are where they are. And once he gets back to the SC, he has the SCG here, SCG here. He sort of has the SCG run in the sort of tougher games, I would almost say. So that is a good thing. Where he scores predominantly better at. If we look at the venue stats, you'll see that him at the SCG, whereas at the SCG he averages 118, which is by far and away his best venue. MCG 98, Marvel Stadium also 110 basically. So yeah, he really does well at the SCG and the MCG for that matter. So that was sort of the thought behind Brodie Grundy, was more the matchup based. I did have Tristan Cherry for most of the week, but yeah, I needed someone there. Ari Schoenmaker, only guy that is really debuting. So, I wanted Geordie Payne, but doesn't look like he's debuting anytime soon, which is really annoying because the mid-season draft, I thought he was the most ready-made prospect to debut, but it seems like he's not going to debut anytime soon. So we're stuck with Schoenmaker, and that makes round 15 very, very tough. given that we also in round 15 have 2 defenders plus Shellmaker plus Zach Reed isn't getting off anytime soon. The thing that makes it tough is the fact that we've got 3 dead guys, plus we've got 3 dead rookies, plus we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players that are also on the bye, which means that the most I can get up to is a 21 for the round, which will be annoying. I wish I had the capability to get up to a 22, which would have been able to be done if one of the guys from the mid-season draft debuted. That was around, or even just knowing that a round 14 bye guy was going to debut in 15 would have made it a lot easier. But anyway, I digress, I guess. So yeah, Dacos, Sheezel, Jordan Clark coming in. Even though he's got the Sydney game, I just want to bring him in just because he is averaging pretty good at wherever he sort of plays at the moment, other than that Sydney game that he had earlier on in the year. He did have a Port tag game. I don't expect Western Bulldogs to tag him, to be honest. I don't think they almost have anyone that can tag him. And they're also playing at Marvel Stadium, so he should do pretty well there. And I think he's just unders at this point. And yeah, that 101 average, I missed out on him this year. And yeah, there's a lot of guys that I've missed out on that I need to get better at picking next year. And so yeah, he was the big one that we sort of missed out on. Jack Crisp, he's been really good for me, and is going to probably get the captaincy armband, I would suspect, just because there is no one here that I actually like. It is the round of my sort of unders guys, and Port Adelaide play GWS, so you could go with Zach Butters or whatnot, but I don't know if he's actually going to score that well because GWS will probably tag him. If we go to fixture status, what does he average? 88 against them, so I'm not too confident there. And yeah, there's not really too many guys that I'm confident with, so it could go Sheezel. When does he play? Sheezel plays Collingwood Saturday, Sunday, so you could go Sheezel as well, but are you too confident in Sheezel or Zach Fisher doing what they do best? It's a quite, that could be an awkward one. Maybe you go Fisher captain. That would be quite an awkward one to go captaincy-wise. But it could work, given that he's done 115, 112, 121 the last 3 weeks, and they don't really have anyone that can go onto him, to be honest with you. And Sheezel is a little bit awkward, given that he's got that new role, and yes, it will involve a lot of tackling and marking. A lot more tackling than what it involved in the early weeks. But I'm just not too confident that he goes the big sort of 150, whereas I feel like Zach Fisher could go a 100 plus score. So I'm going to go with Zach Fisher against the grain, even though you have Jack Crisp here, who should realistically be going above 110 sort of against North Melbourne. So I'll be going Zach Fisher and just hoping Collingwood miss. Just Collingwood miss, and Zach Fisher can get all the kickouts in the world. But hopefully Errol Gulden doesn't leave this to chance and just goes off against Adelaide, and then I can just put someone else in, puts one of the bye guys on, and we don't have to take a Zach Fisher captaincy score. Anyone else? So we talked about these guys. Ned Moyle, obvious trade out on the bye. Sam Closey, obvious trade out. And then Jack Seal, you're probably wondering why aren't you trading out anyone else? Because he's actually playing. It's just, I don't know. I'm just trying to get ahead of what the buy round is, and I will show you what I'm looking at and why I'm sort of. Can I go to statuses selected to play? If you look at these 200 range, you got Toby Pink, can't afford, Draper and Kruger. In the 200 range, uncertain. Do you have any uncertain? Hardiman is uncertain. He's 289 anyway. If I go by, not total points, if I go by price and then I go here, you got all the buy players. Ed Allen could, but I don't think he will. That wouldn't really help anyway. Will Lorenz has already had his buy, so if he does get named, which I doubt he will, there may almost be a chance of me just grabbing him because he's a chance to play the week after. Is there like anyone else? Gruzevsky, I think, is a tall forward, so I wouldn't be grabbing him anyway. Teeth Jewel, I butchered that name anyway. He's not going to play because it was just a Nick Dacos potential, like if Nick Dacos didn't get up, but Nick Dacos did get up, and then you get into guys that I can't already afford. So, I'm kind of stuck basically and have to select Ari Schoenmaker. I didn't want to, but I kind of have to. And there's a very chance that Ari Schoenmaker is a dead rookie. And yeah, so I'm just sort of, I feel like the last couple of weeks I've just been a week behind everything, and that's sort of compounding, I guess. And yeah, I'm just well behind on this on fantasy. So I guess, yeah, I'm sort of hitting every single stumbling block at this point. And I guess it will just mean that when I review this season, there will be a lot to learn from for next year, I guess. We sort of went through the whole back line. The midfield is sort of just really poor at the moment, given that Hayden Young is in there, I guess. No, I could actually do this, I believe, and get this so that Zach Fisher is in the forward line rather than in the back line, and you can see my actual back six. 1 second here. I don't want that. I want that, and I don't want that loading. Hopefully it doesn't. And then Zach Fisher, there we go. And so that will be potentially what I line up as, something or other like that. And yeah. So basically, my team's just really poor at this point. Fisher can go to there, can go up there, can go up there. And then if you want to swap, thank you, that can go there so that I can line it up by price order. But yeah, basically it's looking very bleak for me. I didn't manage these buys really well at all. I got stuck in upgrading to a lot of 700k guys, which was not the option. I messed up the Alex Sexton and Zach Fisher trade as well because I just didn't have a thought about the buys either. So yeah, a lot of just not thinking straight, I guess, and illogical moves are what's put me at this 7,600 ranking. But hopefully I can not stuff it up anymore. I hope that Brody Grundy is actually a decent trader. I mean, he is doing all right. He's not giving away as many free kicks, and hopefully he can get involved in the tackles with Stratch in there as the ruck. Over in Adelaide, so hopefully with the smaller ground they can have a couple more ruck contests and he can do well. But anyway, that pretty much is the video there. There's not much to go through at the moment. I am holding Clayton Oliver, which is another one that probably will surprise people. But yeah, in round 15 he will come on and play as I'll probably be looking to get rid of like a Lockie Sullivan, Joel Frazier, and also a who else? Joel Frazier, and potentially not Bill Dowling, but we'll see what happens with that as, I need to get rid of someone, and it could be there, maybe Kane McAuliffe as well, get rid of those 3 guys, and then hope to get a couple rookies, and then also an upgrade there, as that'll be close to 1.2 million that I'll have, so hopefully if these guys can score more than 40 odd, if Sullivan can score more than 40 odd, he'll go up. Kane McAuliffe's got a 36 break even, and Joel Frazier has a 32 break even. So hopefully they can combine for like 180 points, go up another sort of 60, 70k, and then I can get, or maybe even I can just get like a Jai Simpkin or something like that, and a couple rookies off of them that are actually going to play, and then that'll be it. But anyway, that pretty much is the video there, I guess, and I will see you guys in the Supercoach team review as well as preview for round 14. Bye, guys.